Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a wise old mathematician named Professor Euler. He was renowned throughout the land for his deep understanding of numbers and his ability to solve even the most complex mathematical problems. The villagers often sought his guidance, and he was always eager to share his knowledge. One sunny morning, a group of curious children gathered around Professor Euler's cottage. They had heard about the concept of the greatest common factor (GCF) from their school, and they were eager to learn how to calculate it. The professor welcomed them with a warm smile and began to tell them a story. Imagine, Professor Euler began, there are two bakers in our village, Baker Alice and Baker Bob. Baker Alice loves to bake delicious pies, while Baker Bob specializes in making scrumptious cakes. The children, being fond of both pies and cakes, decided to visit the bakers one day. The children went to Baker Alice's shop first and saw that she had made 12 beautiful pies, all the same size. They admired her handiwork, but wanted to explore Baker Bob's cakes as well. So, they went to Baker Bob's shop, where they found him with 18 mouthwatering cakes, each of the same size as Baker Alice's pies. The children couldn't resist the cakes and spent a lot of time marveling at them. When they returned to their village, they started to wonder, how many pies and cakes could they share equally among themselves? That's when they realized the importance of finding the greatest common factor, or GCF, of 12 and 18. The children looked at Professor Euler with fascination, eager to learn more. He continued, to calculate the GCF, you need to find the largest number that evenly divides both 12 and 18. It's like finding the biggest slice of pie and the largest piece of cake that can be shared equally among the children. Professor Euler then took a piece of chalk and began to write on a nearby chalkboard. Let's list the factors of 12 and 18, he said. The factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And the factors of 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. The largest number that appears in both lists is 6. So, the GCF of 12 and 18 is 6. The children were delighted to have learned how to calculate the GCF using the example of pies and cakes. They understood that the GCF was like finding the largest common portion that could be shared equally between two numbers. As they left Professor Euler's cottage that day, they were not only satisfied with their newfound knowledge of GCF, but also grateful for the wise mathematician who had taught them through the simple yet delicious analogy of pies and cakes. From that day on, they never forgot how to calculate the greatest common factor, and they shared their knowledge with others in the village, ensuring that the wisdom of mathematics continued to spread.